Well, hey guys, it's Jeff.
And Leslie, and it's not Halloween, but
It's time for Hallmark Christmas movies.
the first premiere is Saturday.
So,
And there are how many?
I counted the Miracles of Christmas and the Countdown to Christmas starting on October 24th. There are 39 movies.
And I think it's a little too early, although I know some of you have your trees up already.
And we're not going to say anything about who that is, Susie. So,
I think my cousin Amber wants to put one up. We do
That's
have
okay.
we do have our lights on the house.
we did, because only we get a discount if you do it in mid-October, and then you save some money. So we just can't turn them on until, what, November 1st? Or, I don't know, there's a date. I'll have to look it up.
So we tape every one of these. Do we watch every one of them?
You start every one of them?
So we thought there needed to be a Hallmark movie drinking game. What?
So here we go.
Now, to be fair, you could just drink eggnog. If you did all these things, you would be blitzed. So maybe don't drink
Eggnog, apple
cocoa.
cider, hot chocolate.
You could also make up bingo cards and then with different topics and then hand them out to the family, and then whoever could make a bingo with these different things on their cards. That would be a good one.
That'd be fun for the kiddos.
So here we go.
Okay,
So you want to start or do you want me to?
go for it.
Okay, so every time that in one of those movies they decorate a tree.
If they decorate a tree, then you have to take a drink. Actually, it's cool. Mahomes. Anyway. It's funny because there's so many consistent things that they do that I'm going to turn this just a little bit because it's trying to go over here. There we go. So it's, no, we got to focus.
Okay.
So there's so many things that are the same. So we're like, okay, if they do this, and we do this. We thought it'd be fun if we could just make it into, okay, when they do that, do this.
Okay,
Right?
so yeah, so what are some other things?
So they walk in with a little tiny tote that they're carrying through here that's about this big, that could fit on an airplane. And then they have, that's her 7th jacket. That's her 9th coat that she's worn.
So every time the lead wears a different coat.
Well, no, you can only do shots if there's multiple things. So
Okay.
if you get into like a combination where there's a jacket that's open.
Okay, don't give up the rest of our
Okay,
things.
never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so if she wears a different coat. Now, have you also noticed they never button their coats?
Always open.
So do we want one if they also happen to button their coat?
Yes.
Okay, how about this one? This drives me nuts. So I have a theory that I think the budget on these things isn't pretty, like it's a quick shoot. So the hairdresser on the thing curls their hair way too tight so it lasts for like days. So if the lead actress's hair is way too curly, because don't you want to just like separate those curls a little bit?
Kind of.
Okay, you got anything else?
Well, let's see. The guy is working hard back in New York City, and he has to go back home to the family farm to save the family farm because they're in dire straits. And there's this not sure, like, okay, should I be in the city with my work job or should I come home and fix this crisis and then fall in love with the girl?
Well, that's a lot of them, babe. You're knocking our whole list
Okay.
off. So
how do you want me to tell
demanding career, family business.
them? Okay.
Then you can.
Okay.
2 things.
Well, then you do it.
No, that's a good one. I have to use my readers.
Okay, go ahead.
How about, the family business is trouble. Someone leaves the city to return home. That's what you said, or has a demanding career. Okay, here's something that always happens kind of near the end of the movie, the misunderstanding.
Yeah, there's always this complication at the very end. It's like, doesn't matter. It's normally with the ex that ends up showing back up out of nowhere. Like, what are you doing here? And
Or
then,
some weird business deal.
yeah, or they don't really understand what's going on behind the scenes. Like, why are you talking to that person on this? So then, yes,
misunderstanding.
the misunderstanding.
Which might happen with 7 minutes to go in the film.
No, I think it's funny is that you're fast forwarding through the commercials and you get all the way towards the end. There's only like 1 minute left in the movie. And I'm like, you got to wrap this thing up and you got to kiss her. And then when you do kiss her, the credits are rolling during the kiss. Did I do a whole bunch more?
Nope.
Okay, good.
That was one. Now that is when they do actually kiss. That would be another drink, but now they don't just kiss at the end. We
Yeah, the
watched a
one-
fall one and they didn't
One
kiss at
last
the
night they
end.
kissed in the middle. It
Yeah.
was like, what? That's not right.
That's not right.
So what do you do when you what
Any
is that?
kisses, take a drink.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay, here's a good one. The awkward meeting, when they awkwardly meet for the first time. So she might be like looking at her journal from her aunt, and then she,
Bumps,
oh, watch where you're going.
and then you look at each other and go, oh.
The awkward
yes,
meetup,
that's
take
it.
a drink.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Okay.
What else you got, babe?
Oh, geez. S'mores.
Oh, that's a good one. Every time they make s'mores by the campfire.
That's definitely a s'more. That's a bonus point. When they're wrapping presents.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
I didn't have
another
that one either. How about when they visit a Christmas tree lot or a Christmas tree farm?
Cutting down a Christmas tree.
So I found out this week that they filmed a movie this year in Weston, Missouri, and no one informed me so that I could go be an extra.
We could walk around the back of the movie.
That would have been
fun.
awesome.
That would have been awesome.
Okay, how about this one? They always have like their first boyfriend is always, or girlfriend, whoever is always really annoying.
Always.
If they have an annoying boyfriend at the beginning.
Like, what do you see in that person? Move on back home to your small town and fall in love.
Now here's something you could tell them. What's our criteria for we actually watch the whole movie or we ditch it?
So it's kind of funny if they're remotely attractive and you go and you're like, oh, she's cute. Oh, he's cute. And you go and you hit record. Yes, most times, more than any, you can just gauge it just by how cute they are.
And how much time do we give them before we go?
When the acting starts getting really bad in like the opening scene we're at the table, or they have some sort of montage that they've taken some sort of footage from like some stock reel and just threw it on the front that doesn't even look like it's from the same movie.
If they have bad stock footage that doesn't match the movie.
Doesn't happen very often, but yeah, I would say that that's definitely
The fall
a trend.
ones definitely had a lot of that. Now, I don't know any of the actors or actresses' names, but some of them we really like. We like Candace Cameron.
Yep, it's a good one.
And we like the girl that played Winnie Cooper because she's a big Star Wars fan.
But then there's the one that has the crazy eyes, and you're like, okay, I can't watch this.
And she doesn't smile with any
And then
lips. She has all gums.
There's the guys that are just too corny, and you're like, oh gosh, I like her, but he gets on my nerve. Delete.
There's some guys doing really good acting. That's all I'm gonna say.
Or here's another one, not to be crude, but the assistant is not white.
Always the assistant is not white, or the
Always.
friend. Even
Always.
if the lead is not white, the assistant is still not white.
Why is that?
Why
I
is
don't
that? And it
understand.
doesn't even matter if they're in the maple business, greeting cards, high-end real estate.
I don't know.
Get more PC there, Hallmark.
I have snacks even though we're pretending to drink. You like a pretend snack?
Okay, here's one that we always like. So they'll be at a party, and they're starting to kind of like each other, and they see each other across the room, and they do this. The knowing glance. So when they do the knowing glance.
Okay, you got to do it. Are you guys taking notes? Are you going to notice these things? Start making notes?
Hopefully you're laughing because they're the same in every film, yet we watch 40 of them every Christmas.
Well, there's some touching moments. Every now and again you get a little choked up because it's just sentimental when the two doves. Oh, gee, that was a good one.
Oh, here's one. I didn't put this down. If someone in your house, not saying who, cries at the end, drink.
Well, okay. Sometimes it's hard. You're just overwhelmed with joy and it just comes out in the form of a tear.
Speaking of joy, that was one of my other ones. If the lead actress has her character has a Christmas name, Joy, Mary,
Oh, I haven't
Carol.
noticed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Joyful Christmas, and her lead name is Joy. Thanks for coming home, Joy, and saving the family farm. Okay, how about
What else we got?
they always have a thoughtful older relative. You were talking about that today, like
Yeah.
Aunt Becky.
Yeah, they have some left behind notes that just
Read these notes for
inspirational.
the next 7 days. Okay,
That
how
was
about
good.
every time they drink cocoa? Drink.
Yeah, that's one.
Let's
Definitely.
go drink cocoa.
What else?
Every time they bake cookies or gingerbread.
Okay.
which happens every time. And you said wrap presents, I think.
Yep, wrap presents.
Okay, how about there's always a small child that's always there.
Oh, how about if the guys have had their hair, what's it called? Flat ironed.
Yes.
They've flat ironed with the open jacket, with s'mores, and there's a soiree.
A soiree, that's on here.
That's a triple dinger, and you have to do a shot. I mean, a full-on shot. This just doesn't cut it. You got to do a full-on.
And if the guy's doing some really good acting, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
So, speaking of that, so there's always, if there is a festival, a gala, a town event, but the last year, I don't remember which one, there was a soiree. So anything synonymous with a ball gown party, gotta come home and save the town festival.
You do.
Okay, here's another good one. We're starting to like each other, and we're getting close, and we're getting close, and then something happens and they don't do it.
It's a distraction.
The
Something
near
happens.
kiss.
The near kiss, yes. And it's turning again. Sorry, we got to straighten this up. I don't want you to get lost in
So what else did we miss? That's all I had on my list. They're very formulaic, but we love them.
They make you feel good, though. I mean, what's wrong with feeling good? There's a lot of junk out there to watch, so why not watch them? But if they get boring and they start to seem repetition, try this. Maybe it'll make it a little bit more fun.
One other thing you should notice, a lot of these are filmed in Canada, and we actually know somebody that lives in a town they film them. If you spot green trees in the background that are not pines, get a drink. Baby Yoda would not drink.
He likes
is
Baileys.
50. He is 50.
He's 50. He's 51 years old.
But
He
have you
wants
ever
some
noticed
Baileys.
that? Sometimes if the snow looks super fake,
Yeah.
if the snow looks super fake and there's green trees in the background, drink for that. And then also if the snow is falling and it lands on the hair and
total
it's soap,
I'm
it's
like,
soap,
come
drink.
on, come on.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So that'll make you nice and cheery and merry. I have all kinds of options
There
here.
you go. Mix it up, babe.
So what have we missed? Let us know.
So down below, whatever other things that you can think of, let's go nuts and see what we can find.
All right, the first one up Saturday. Is it
Okay,
on
set your
Hallmark
DVRs.
Mysteries or is it on regular? They're both
here's-
on. There's one on both.
You got Christmas Tree Lane at 9 p.m. on October 24th.
That's Eastern time.
And then you've also got Deliver by Christmas on October 25th. Those are the first ones set.
And
You
you've got Jingle Bell Bride on the 24th and
Chateau
Chateau Christmas.
Yes, one Royal
Oh
Holiday.
my gosh,
That's
look
cute.
at this. I love this. Sunday, December 20th, Love Lights and Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
That's a good one. Good one.
Okay.
All right,
there you go,
everybody.
guys.
Merry
There
Christmas.
is the Hallmark edition of Christmas Yuletide.
Pre-Halloween Hallmark movies. Let the fun begin. Love
See
you
you later,
guys.
guys.
Bye. We look like the Clauses.